when you look at it, in terms of how vulnerable motorcycle users are and all that, you realize that it looks as if we haven't done much when it comes to the protecting vulnerable vehicle occupants, and I'm talking about pillion riders and the riders. We haven't done much, and to the extent that there has been emergence and a new taste for the use of motorcycle other than the private. Because previously we were using motorcycle for private purpose and there wasn't much of a challenge. Now all of a sudden, what our forebears said we shouldn't do, that we should not buy them for commercial, we are buying them. The only thing that we have been able to do as a country is that we have not registered them for commercial. So that what the law said that DVLA should not register, we haven't been able to do that. That one we have done well. But don't stand by the sun, go and take the vehicle that somebody has purpose in his heart to buy to use for commercial. We have gone and we have gotten it and we are using it as riders. And all Ghanaians that were prohibited not to stand by the roadside and hire them and pay fare for the rider to take you to and fro, we have all decided to do it.
So why are we allowing it to happen?
Across the country, it looks as if it is a common thing that Ghanaians have found use of motorcycle for commercial, and we are using it across the country. And I'm giving the reason are mirrored. And I think the report you played back to us, I don't want to repeat the comments and the sentiment and the sight and sounds I heard from all Ghanaians across the myriad of reasons were posited, and I think some of them are rational because some were saying that there is no public transport in where they live. Some were saying that it is accessible for us where we go. There are no vehicles there, so that works. Some were saying it is available. Some were saying it is easy for us to go through traffic, and a whole manner of reasons. Some of which are reasonable. And in our lifetime, I've seen massive interference by communities and entities in our enforcement efforts. So I'm not surprised that within this same period as we are discussing it, the state has commissioned a project that the Ministry of Transport should do a study into it. The whole of last year was dedicated to it by that ministry with its stakeholders. That the whole Ghanaians were consulted, and Ghanaians have also spoken. I believe in due time
the results of the study will be given.
What Ghanaians said, which I'm privy to, that there should be take a second look at it, and the kind of suggestions they give, including a new way of enforcing it and where to use it and how the road environment has to be engineered, among others, are things that I believe when it comes, it will help to, as it were, regulate the use of motorcycle properly, particularly motor tricycles. Because
so what you're saying is that, excuse me, to the best of your knowledge, the Ministry of Transport is currently in steps to regulate the use of commercial motorcycles in the country.
What I've said is that the state has commissioned Ministry of Transport and done a study in it, and the report is yet to be made public. But I'm saying all these consultations that were done across the country was done together with the media, and the sentiments of Ghanaians were that I think they look as if they should not allow the tricycle to be used as it's being used, because in the law it says that motorcycles, be it motorbicycles, particularly motor tricycles, should be used for dispatch, and motor bicycle can be used to carry to be used for private purpose and also for dispatch. But it looks as if now Ghanaians have found new use for using it for carrying fare-paying passengers, and also using it pronouncedly for dispatch. And it looks as if that area where enforcement and regulation hasn't been all that much. There's a gap. And so Ghanaians feel that that place should not be left vacant. It has to be regulated. And I think that and people came up with a lot of suggestions, including the Rwanda case, among others, that, well, you don't leave it like that. Don't behave like an ostrich, as if it doesn't exist. How do you protect your own? And I think is the reason why I believe the State Commission, and let's wait for the final report to come and the way forward, because from what we see, if you look at it in terms of the 2000 2012 road traffic regulation policy. It looks as if we haven't got it right. There's a vacuum, and we need to go and occupy it with the users and the owners.
Okay.